Where's the intro? Peace! Umamusume Representative Goldship here. Today I am presenting the Byzantian Brewscast. Yatta! With your host, Byzantian Devtron. And we're going to be doing some, some kind of tabletop stuff, I don't know. Goldship po, not getting paid for this. Yatta. Silly cameo, not good voice, Hello!
I didn't know we were doing. We didn't know sponsors. That's cool.
This episode of the podcast is reverse sponsored by reverse sponsored. It's not sponsored by Umamusume, but if you guys want to get in touch and give me some carrots, sure. Before they send me a literal pallet of actual carrots. It's like, you want carrots? We give you carrots. Anywho, I like to surprise everybody every single time with these stupid.
Somehow I'm never ready. and you say, "Oh, I'm getting ready." You give me extra time to get ready.
Yeah.
It's been a really good week, to be fair.
Good.
Well, today has anyway. It's been a busy day.
Ah, you've been busy then.
Yeah. Down in Solihull for the Solihull Running Festival.
Oh.
What Acorns Hospice. So I was up at, well, honestly before 7, but I left the house at 7 to get there for 8. And then entertained the kids for a bit. As it's the Acorn for Acorns Hospice, believe it or not. And it was so hot and humid. It was kind of a tough one. At one point, I actually ended up sweating into my own eyes once or twice, which is always fun. It feels like salt in your eye. It's great.
Oh dear.
Went down well. No actual damage, but it makes you look like you've been through absolute hell if you keep doing it.
Yeah.
I've had that happen once or twice. I'm like, no, I'm fine. It's just the sweat got in my eyes. But of course, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Which is always fun to explain. But it was went down really well. Everyone's in a good mood in the sun. What happened? I just spent a bit of time in Solihull. Got some things for the fridge, and on the way back, because it's a running festival with a few half marathon, 12K and stuff. There's protein shakes everywhere, and this guy just with a cart full of them that they just didn't sell. It's like, hi, Joe, do you want some? It's like, yeah, sure. I've got like a spare shopping bag knocking about. So he gives me 4. It's like, yeah, do you want to have 2 more as well? Why not?
So I've got this spare shopping bag knocking about, all right, and I get these protein shakes off this guy. Yeah. I look back at the guy who's giving me this stuff. Turns out, little monkey fella.
No, that would be racist if I were to say that in this case. So no. No. But it was nice enough to just give me like 6 free chocolate protein shakes, which is my favourite flavour protein shake. So I've done all right. Although I actually had to have a nap when I got back in.
Just the eaginess, yeah, I can imagine.
On the way, I popped into Games Workshop Solihull, as I sometimes do, because I'm not down Solihull often anymore. I got something relatively cheap. Because I don't know. I'll try and find which range it's from.
Yeah.
But remember one of the Nurgle Chaos Lords, the one with the split belly and the big axe?
Oh yes.
He was nice and cheap. And I thought, well, I'll get something for the hobby this month, and I'll get that because it's not going to cost me a fat lot.
Yeah.
And I've always had a soft spot for him because he's a very square model. That's everything I like. Standing on a base, which is very easy to put him on any surface, even if it's angled.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there base coated with a black base right now, but I'm gonna
Mhm.
do something nice and messy and gross with it and use him in a few other tabletop games because he looks so generic. He kind of works.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
So kind of like him. Oh, and also they had a game like a, it was like oh my god, it was like I don't know, when did you start doing Games Workshop anything? Like what year did you start?
Oh, this was. I think it was 11 years ago.
Okay, because when I started, I remember there were lots of in-store stuff, so I had a bit of a throwback because the Tony Hawk, it was very orky. It was called Da Fight Pit.
The fight
Spelt,
pit.
spelt wrong. It wasn't just orcs, but it was Da Fight Pit.
Uh
It
huh.
was literally like Speed Warhammer.
Nice.
Two characters, and you just literally roll dice until one of them dies.
Mhm.
Completely brainless. It was just a free thing you could just do, and it reminded me of like early when I was getting into the hobby, and there was just the stores would just occasionally do free stuff every now and again.
Mm.
It was really nice actually. They got like a nice free pin
Yeah.
for the trouble. My name is in the book of, I guess, people that have tried it. It's a decent little thing. Then I thought, oh, it'll be a nice quick journey back. It was about another 2 hours,
Ah.
maybe more, because trains were delayed and things. Yeah. So I was a little. I think my brain was a little cooked after everything. To be fair,
Understandable.
I'm all right now. I've slept and eaten, so
Good. Good.
I'm back in the game just about.
Mhm.
But I've had a really nice day. I'm just kind of glad it's over because I don't have to do anything else now. I'm done. Sunday
Yeah,
night.
I feel kind of the same because of course I was preaching at church again today, so 2 weeks on
Oh
the
yes,
trot
of
because
course.
not
Love it.
minimal staff available. So that was something, and I was like, oh boy, I am. It's good work, but it is also quite taxing work because you've got to like really think about what you're saying.
Do you have one of those, did you have like a good passage to work with, or is it Jesus
Uh,
yells at a bush?
no, it's yes and no. So it's the bit where Paul is recapping, recounting to the Jewish people, the Jewish leaders that have just beaten ever living fuck out of him.
Right.
His history of how he got converted to Christianity, how he became to follow Christ. So it is kind of like just retreading, literally retreading ground that we, the reader, have read in like just a few chapters prior. So it's a bit like how do I work with this? But I themed it about recollection and about looking back in our own lives to stuff,
Okay.
which got a little bit personal. A few other people shared their
That,
stories,
that,
which was
that
quite
could have been.
cool.
I imagine that went down fairly well, as long as it
Yeah.
wasn't too.
Well, yeah,
Because imagine with
it's
the Bible, it's hard to spin it in a new way. You have so many
yes.
preachers do the same words, literally working from the same book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I was working on this week, I will just
Mhm.
send you the picture because I think this is quite a very funny pose.
Let's have a look. Oh, oh,
he,
oh!
he, because of his big feet, he is able to get into some very wacky poses.
Like this one where he's taking a dive from some stairs.
I just like the idea that he's just falling over. Or possibly mid-kick of yet another warship. But yeah,
He's really
it's
committing to the can.
yeah, it's Char Zigok. I finally got a Char Zigok. So I now have the regular Zigok and the Char Zigok. This guy will need some matte varnish. But other than that, he looks really, really nice. I mean, he was only like a cheap AliExpress knockoff one, but I think even
Yeah.
like the knockoff stuff these days is pretty decent quality. And it's because I'm painting them. It's like I'm not some massive collectory type who's like looking to keep
Yeah.
value. I just think he's a goofy little guy. He's a funny little guy. I'm not gonna get anything like master grade because I don't have the space. It's just little guy, little goober to go with my other Zagok, and it's entirely possible now. My brain is now thinking, do I get like another like 3 Zagok so I can have a full 1/44 scale unit of Zigoks and just take when Gundam Assemble comes out and just put them on the table and say, "This is my unit."
I think you should have like a chorus line of dancing Zagoks.
It's the Conga Zigok.
No, like the classic like backup dancer girl chorus line.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
T-posing arms out and all will be great.
To be fair, because of how the Zigok is designed, it is extremely posable because it's got those weird tendrily kind of limbs. So it is really, really posable. The only thing is that the claws don't really
Yeah,
stay in position as such. You kind of have
I
like
guess they
two
couldn't really hold
modes.
hands very well, I guess.
Yeah, they're either like open or they're closed, kind of thing. And you can't really move the eye about, so I just put it in the classic, like side eyes your Amaro pose.
Yes, I can see it.
But I was watching yesterday a video of the Chart versus Amaro fight with the Zagok and the
Oh yeah.
Gundam, but someone had like changed the sound effects, so it was just Mr. Krabs like walking noises. It's just goofy, like
Oh
SpongeBob
no.
sound effects, like the glong and the boings, etc., and the swimming sounds. And I was like, yeah,
Oh
this is
no.
brilliant. A very unserious moment for a very unserious mobile suit.
Nice.
And when I was
Is
building
it?
this, I was watching a stream of somebody who they weren't doing stuff with Gunpla at the time, but they were a Gunpla based channel, and I was just making because of the name of the Zigok, making jokes about I'm just varnishing my Zigok, or I've got my Zigok out right. The jokes write themselves.
Yeah, I'd love to know what the point of the original name was. It's not a natural thing to say in English. Maybe it makes more sense
Yeah.
in Japanese.
Oh, you can even do like the cowboy legs kind of pose. You know, like when they're like the standoff with oh, kind of. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this little model. It is very funny.
Oh yeah, what's I've listened to? I've been listening to a lot of Mick Gordon's music lately.
Nice.
I discovered he's really funny.
Hmm.
Like I don't remember last time I actually listened to music that genuinely made me belly laugh. That his just always does it
Yeah.
because he doesn't just like how Weird Al just does like genre like certain songs only.
Yes.
He does very exact subgenres, like
Hmm.
super exact, and he never sticks to one.
Hmm.
He's always like he did one like it's called like Planet of the Bass, and it's like that Euro dance stuff that's big in the 2090s.
Yeah.
Did a really good like new metal one that's clearly meant to be Limp Bizkit, but not quite, with a few other things thrown in.
Hmm.
He did one that's clearly meant to be like a Meatloaf parody, Jim Stomach parody. That was really funny because I'm not actually into that, but I love it so much. You can see like
Hmm.
I love the parodies of it just as much. But it's very hard to parody. He's found a way to do it. What's the other one? His new one, Mr. Jambo. It's ridiculous. It's really funny.
Mr.
Um,
Jumbo.
Mr. Jambo. Yeah,
Oh no.
it's how it was made to to parody one album that one artist made. It's that specific,
Oh man, that is very esoteric.
and it's like, yeah, how do I describe it? Like if you ever saw any sort of video in like primary school
Hmm.
where it was somehow about Africa,
Yes.
but it clearly wasn't made by somebody who was African.
Yeah.
With like the kalimba and the steel piano and stuff. That's yeah, that's the kind of instrumentation they went with. And the whole song's about that Mick's playing this guy who's talking to Mr. Jambo, which I don't know the language, and someone who actually is African must have figured it out. So, Mr. Jambo would mean like that's two types of African language.
Yeah.
So it's like it's an African language, sure, but it's also like calling somebody Mr. Hello, but in another African language the guy is talking to doesn't understand,
Oh boy.
and he's trying to talk to him like this African man has mystical knowledge, and it's
Oh.
clearly like making fun of like white people that talk they know all about Africa and how it's all mystical and magical and cool, but they don't really know thing one
Hmm.
about Africa.
Yeah.
Half
It's.
and the other half of the chorus is just the guys talking to think it's Swahili, based.
Mm.
And if you translate it, it roughly translates to "Why are you yelling at me? Go away." But because the character he's playing doesn't know Swahili, he just assumes it's some sort of wise proverb. Just he's bothering this guy and mind his own business.
Oh man. I love stuff like that. It's just it's so stupid. I love
But
like.
also the music's really catchy, so
Mm.
it's actually kind of a bop as well. But it's a complete shitpost. So I've listened to a lot of that lately.
Ah, it's I it's like poorly, not necessarily poorly translated things, but things that poorly wind up where that just don't hold up when they're translated. It's like, oh boy, that's brilliant.
Like people who get Chinese or Korean tattoos.
Mm. Yeah,
They think it translates like Bing Bing lettuce or something.
or something stupid like made in China.
Yeah, but they're told it's like, oh yes, it means like brave soul.
Yeah.
It's like a shopping list.
Or like it's like it says loves only you, and it's like no, that says loves only stew actually.
It's loves cat stew or something really strange.
Yeah, or it's like
It's
bad, or it's like just winds up being badly translated from Chinese. It's sort of like yes, it's have good year.
Okay, you have to think of that. Just have good year.
It's like yeah, it means like they what they wanted was like oh yeah, year's
Have a,
blessings or happy new year or whatever. It's like have good year. It's like you kind of got there,
the
kind of.
spirit of it was right. The
Yeah.
interpretation was. Yeah. No, I hope he does more music because they're all funny. They're all funny. It's sort of like Weird Al, but well, the newish Weird Al. We still have Weird Al. He's still occasionally
Mm.
making stuff, but he's doing the same thing in a different direction.
Mm.
So I've been loving that lately. Yeah.
Talking about loving
The,
things, how are we loving our big projects of late?
I experimented with something a little out there. Let's find it in my emails.
Hmm.
I thought I'd experiment with. I've been trying to figure out my encoding issue with OBS.
Ah.
So I thought, I know, I will stream myself writing something and see if anyone bites. Because there's no way it can have an encoding issue with that, and it can't, thank God.
Mm-mm.
Um, so I literally did like a 2 hour stream,
Yeah.
uh, and and, I wrote a couple of things for I think it was Battalion Slanta.
Hmm.
I did like um like a cavalry rider and the mount they've got. So with
Yeah.
just to practice, just to really just figure out what the hell's wrong with this encoder. I don't know what the issue is encoding. I keep saying it's very weird.
Mm.
Um,
Could be something to do with GPU, maybe that it's like your GPU just can't handle it.
it says it's 30%. It's not taking up that much. It's
Huh.
very weird. And yeah, so I used that and the Dinosaur Dictionary book. And I had a lot of fun with that. Then I messed around with a potential follow up, which I'm not going to do live, but I'll go through it maybe as a YouTube video or something.
Yeah.
I I was looking up like when in doubt, I go to the Forgotten Realms wiki, for
Uh-huh.
ideas because there's some really interesting stuff on there that fifth edition just didn't pick up. I don't imagine you know what a Norca is.
No. I was like, my
Yeah.
brain was like, it's
I know,
Nasty
right?
Nork. Nope, that's the wrong series.
No, they are a weird goblinoid. They were like goblins that just adapted to the plane of elemental earth. They're kind of cool. Well, some of the art has them look very cool. And then fourth edition, third edition happens, and suddenly they get a proper glow up. The way it is with fourth edition artwork, they just made the art look good. So I thought, no, I'm gonna have to do these guys some justice because they look really, really weird and interesting, and I've never written about these guys before.
Mm.
Um, but I suppose what's weird about them? They're stony goblins with fangs. Um,
That's
they're kind of weird. I kind of like them. I'll find two pictures of them because there's one that looks really neat from like third edition,
yeah.
and one of them that's not quite as cool.
Hmm.
I think it's from second edition. Right, so this is like the cool one. I was it's like, oh, that looks neat. I want to give these guys a go.
Oh.
And apparently this is from the fifth edition.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I believe that, but this is what the Wikipedia says is from fifth edition. It's night and day.
Okay.
Does it come through?
No, just the one so far. Wait. Ah, I just need. Oh my goodness!
I know what happened in like two editions to
Oh
these
my.
guys.
Yeah, he skipped everything day.
He looks like a creature Carl Pilkington would talk to.
So I was
I
going
don't know
through the
how.
plane of Earth, right? Right. I haven't been there since like two editions, okay? And I was walking through a cave in like part of the Forgotten Realms, plane of Earth. Evaded some Bayroxes or whatever they're called. Those are from Yu-Gi-Oh. No, no, the big the zones. That's what the zones. And yeah, so I saw like this little like goblin fella. What? Yeah, they're like these like stone goblins, but like they're smaller than they used to be.
It looks like his. I love how he looks like he's given up on life in fifth edition art.
All he needs is like one of those like really nice cliffs, so he could just look out into the middle distance.
Oh,
And just
yeah, I could see it.
and then just like the
Oh.
meme thing of just man, just a man.
You think if you I never saw it, but it's that old picture from like a Tom and Jerry cartoon with like Tom sitting on like the train tracks.
Oh yeah, he's like
Put him next to that. I think it would fit really well.
just I would like I'm ready to go now. Give me death.
He's just a weird little guy, but for some reason third edition suddenly looks cool. So I had to give them a profile.
Oh wow.
But it was more experimenting streaming than writing, but
Yeah.
I figured there's no way that it can't handle Word and me talking about stuff.
You'd
There's no
hope
way.
so.
So far, that's holding true.
Oh man.
Yeah, so what have you been working on?
So I have been continuing on with the Gundam thing. I have now renamed it to Gundam the Eternal Lance because it's now expanded significantly beyond just Universal Century stuff. So I have now done a few other bits for a little bit, tiny little bit more for the there Wing series stuff. I did a little bit more. But only like a little bit, just a little bit of flavour. I've done some custom stuff at the bottom, so I've done our first SD Gundam, because SD Gundam has some very specific stuff that doesn't appear anywhere else. Like the Warrior Zaku, not to be confused with the Zaku Warrior. No, the Warrior Zaku, which has literally just a weird looking Zaku with an axe from the SD Lacrone Heroes saga.
Wait,
Which is
so
very
a
weird.
gun, so a Zaku with an axe, as opposed to a Zaku that uses an axe.
Yeah, Yeah, yeah. So in the Chrome Heroes, people and mobile suits live together in harmony. Question mark.
Oh,
And in the Chrome Heroes, mobile suits are the same size as people.
okay.
It's very Dragon Quest, including the fact that the Adzam is now a slime for some reason. And like some of them have like monsterified forms. If I look at the Lacron Heroes Zagok, for example, since I'm talking about Zagok, it looks a bit weird. If I could find it, is it this? Ah, yes, the yeah monster. It's like the killer Zagok. It's like a monster version of the Zagok. Looks kind
Right.
of weird because it's like they're
Oh,
all like
what?
monsterified or like nightified. So you've got the night.
They Digimoned my Gundam SD,
Yeah, but you've got things like
I guess.
the Night Zeong, which is really
It's
funny looking.
oh,
Do you want to know what the main bad guy of this series is called?
uh, Satan Gundam.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, yes. How did you guess that?
Wow.
Yeah, it's literally called Satan Gundam, and its other form is like Black Dragon Gundam. Which so essentially the whole thing is like a Road to Dragon Quest One with the Dragon Lord, essentially having two forms. It's just like okay, it's a bit weird. Very funny though. And because the event is on Gunnery Tunnel right at the moment, I have the perfect opportunity to do that. So I will possibly start doing some of those guys who will kind of be a bit. They're going to be probably stronger than their normal non-SD counterparts, I guess, despite being smaller. Because for some reason in G Eternal, like the SD units are quite strong.
That is a choice.
I guess it's because it's like the whole joke, like the whole joke overpowered character thing, but
Hmm.
plaster it across the whole thing. Like the Musha Gundam, for example, is one of my strongest units. Some
Hmm.
reason. And yeah, so there's the Warrior Zaku, who is one of few units to get something called. I gave him an ability because I'm doing it kind of based on Eternal stuff as these specific ones. I gave him support defense. So this is a once per round you can use a reaction to take the attack intended for an allied unit within 5 spaces of you. When making support defense you get +2 armor. Just to give this weird guy something to actually do, because he's kind of basic otherwise. And all of them are going to get a trait called SDAI. So when not piloted, instead treat it as being piloted by the SD Gundam pilot of the same name as this unit, because that's like the other gimmick of them, at least in G Eternal terms, of like the Gundams are sentient, so they have a linked pilot in the game. So I thought, how do I make this so that players could use it, but also keep it true to things? Okay, when it's not currently being piloted, it is self-aware and can do shit of its own accord.
Hmm.
And other stuff that we have done, I have also done something you enjoy quite a bit. I have started with G Gundam.
Okay.
So I have done. I've got to scroll there. This is the only thing about when your project gets bigger. You have to scroll down to a bunch of stuff. Where is it? Ah, yes. I've done the Mobile Suit Club, which is basically one of the first weapons to have a multifunctional ability. So it can both be a main melee and a main rifle. It doesn't do either well, but it's versatile in that it's both a melee and a ranged weapon. And also the Dark Machine Rifle, which has an ability that makes the opponent takes more damage from melee weapons till the end of the round, just to give it something to do. And we have two mobile suits. We have the Dark Army, of course, which of course has, again, they're going to have like a relatively unique trait, which is the DG particles, if you remember that from the show. So they regenerate a hit point at the top of each round, and each successive like better version will do that
Yeah.
better.
Yep.
So they're very basic, but they can regen, which is something that Gundams generally don't do because these guys are like bio-organic. There's the Eldora army, which is the slightly upgraded version of the
Right.
Dark Army seen
Yeah.
in Build Fighters.
Yep.
So I gave them support defense as well, but a weaker version of it, just to give them something to do that isn't. So that then they do something slightly differently. They also have low power, which means they deal 1 less damage with each attack to compensate for their support defense ability, basically making them more a defender type of the Dark Army. And then we have the Dark Beast, which is the artillerist. Because they have extra legs, they can boost as a free action 3 times per scene, and they have a heavy mount specifically and they also have support attack, so they can use their reaction to attack a unit that an ally is attacking within range before that ally attacks. So their whole thing is to provide essentially covering or extra firepower to an existing attack. And of course, their thing as well being they have a heavy mount. We'll probably add more of the other nations Gundams as one license type over time. I am particularly looking forward to the stupid Shuffle guys. Man, the Shuffle Alliance machines are strange. I don't get why they have a locket form.
Yeah, that's fair. So he's working on the Death Army stuff. That means that Death Birdie
Yep, Death Birdie is on the list, as well as the Death Bat.
on the list.
The Death Bat and under NPC units
Death
will
Bat.
be under NPC units will be the Gundam heads, which are part of the tentacles of the Dark Gundam, as well as I think there's also a Death Dragoon and stuff. Death Dragon. There's a few elite ones because they got fitted with some of the parts from the Four Kings,
Right.
of the Master Gundam. So there are other variants as well that I can do for that. And then of course we'll have the Shining and the Rising Gundam with the Shining a Finger, which is going to be one of the most weirdest onboard weapons. That's gonna be the thing with the G Gundam. So they're gonna have so many onboard weapons
Oh.
because some of them have because they just have straight up martial arts attacks.
You didn't mention that Satan Gundam, that was also known as Demon Lord Satan Gundam.
Oh, yep, that's also a thing.
It's why he looks like a Power Rangers villain.
He
Why?
really does. He really does. I love his design. It's so goofy. I love how SD Gundam, this SD Gundam Lacrona Heroes, does not take itself seriously in the slightest. Also, I'll actually say, so there is in fact a Bandai Spirit Satan Gundam, as in a non-SD version.
Spirit Satan.
Yeah, look at
Okay.
this guy. He still looks kind of goofy. Why does he? It's I am not. I mean, I know Death Scythe has a cape, but why do he have a cape though?
That is the biggest cape.
It's
But
so
so much
weird.
cape.
It's so funny. Look at this little guy.
At this point, it feels like looking at Monster Hunter, list of Monster Hunter monsters, where they'll have the Congalala and the Emerald Congalala, and they'll change the color slightly.
Yeah. Oh, you want slightly different forms? So the protagonist is called Night Gundam. Naturally.
Makes sense?
You know what its alt is? Night Gundam Centaur form.
The natural choice.
As you do. Look, this is somebody who's built one. Look at this little guy. Look at this little goober. Why, he a horse.
You know what beats Satan? The centaur.
Also in this series, White Base is just a horse. You have got to see is it the gun cannon wizard?
It better have the hat.
Is it gun cannon? Oh, hang on, gun cannon wizard. SD. Where is he? Gun cannon. Ah, there he is. Yes. He doesn't have the hat, but he does have a very fetching robe. He also has a mouth, which is very concerning. Look at this guy. Oh, sorry, priest gun tank. Priest gun tank. The gun cannon is the warrior, I think. Yeah, priest gun tank. Why is he like that? I don't know. SD gun, priest gun tank. Yeah. Oh, here's the like better figure, the non-SD version of him. It's just like, okay, how do we make a gun cannon in a relevant to the plot of this fantasy story? Give him a staff. Why? Hello? Co-host? Hello? Uh-oh. Have you disappeared, my boy? Ah. Oh.
How about now?
Ah,
Hello.
there you go. You're back. Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, the 3D model of the priest gun tank also looks even worse, actually. Look at the mouth on this boy.
Um, um, I I don't know what to feel about that one. Um, it's I don't. Did you ever watch any of those like weird CG animated shows growing up?
Yeah.
Why do you mean butt ugly Martians? Why did that come back? Yeah,
Oh
that
man,
yeah.
but ugly Martians. Ah.
It's that style of animation. I can't really unsee it. Yeah, that was the whole thing.
Yeah, that was a whole weird thing. Trying to find the yeah, so we also in there's also like card ass for this series as well. So they have like
Of course there is.
cool cards for this. So that's the warrior gun cannon. We've got the knight dom for some reason.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to find the Zagok for this, but I don't think it's going to show up. Which is a shame because the Zagok card looks so goofy and I love it.
They all look goofy in this series. I think that's kind of what they're going for.
Yeah. Um. Dang it. Well, I can't find it, but if it shows up somewhere, someone in the comments can have a look at that and be like, "Oh my goodness, what the hell?" Etc. Etc. So yes, I have done some more Gundam stuff. I also did some special super bosses for my character Phoenix that I had like in the first Lancer campaign.
Uh-huh.
So I've kind of like recycled her as like this weird optional super boss character that can show up sometimes in certain events. So I made a better version of the GM which focuses on dealing burn damage.
GM2?
The Blazing GM. So this is based on the first GM. Just
Okay.
because I
All
wanted
right,
to
fair
do
enough.
like a very early level super boss kind of thing.
Yep. GM Salamander, wasn't there? I don't know. It's a funny name for that thing.
Yeah,
Fair
probably.
enough.
And yeah, there's the pilot profile, which I had to do very much. The like, it's the first time I've done a a pilot profile on here,
Okay.
which is very very in depth. I mean, not all of these will have to be quite so in depth because many of them probably won't have bonuses and abilities and stuff. But some of them later on, like the ones I'm going to do, like Char and Rambarel, will probably be like full pilot sheets, which is going to be a fun thing to do,
Yep.
but necessary. So, but next week I'm hoping to sort out the Leo stuff. I'm going to go back to the wing stuff. I'm going to try and do the Leo stuff, and I'm going to try and do a bit more of the Zaku 1 versions and the Death Birdie, and possibly some of the early Seed stuff as well, because I've been on a bit of a Gundam Seed binge lately. I'm not on the
That's fair.
show, but like just content in general. Just because, I love the Justice Gundam so much.
I think you could improve upon the Death Birdie, or the Doom Birdie,
Doom Birdie. Oh,
and Dread Birdie, of course.
I
Just every
dread it,
adjective.
Birdie. I think there
Every
might
adjective.
be something from Gundam Build Divers that uses the Death Birdie as a base, so I might employ
Well,
that.
probably. Everything got
Um,
a.
yeah. Talking of strange and the silly and the overall stupid, it's Critical Fumble.
Hey, I have two.
Yippee!
One of this personal. One is. I reckon you might have heard of it.
Uh huh.
So to get one out the way, have you heard of what's gone on with Cambridge University lately?
No.
So there was um, they were very proud of getting a new professor
Uh huh.
who's apparently the youngest professor they've ever had, especially the youngest black professor they've ever had.
Okay.
That's now the interesting part is so the guy's name is Jason Arde.
Uh huh.
Now, so I'm not going to tell you if any of these are true or not. I just wanted to like just see if you think these things are real or not. They might
Okay.
be, they might not be. So he claims to have published a book called "Being Young, Black, and Male."
Uh huh.
Right? He claims to have run 300 miles in 3 days
Okay.
and 600 miles in 6 days for charity, with a gammy leg, or so he claims. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, but he claims to have installed water pumps in Rio de Janeiro for water aid,
Sure.
and um, he claims he was working on a documentary show that ended in the 60s. He
Huh?
is four, he is 47.
How do you?
Uh,
That makes
yeah,
no sense.
it, it, it's funny, I mean, that because they are all things he's claimed which are not in fact true. But more importantly for Cambridge, he plagiarized his like pretty much 90% of the thing that got him the job.
Oh.
Which this is a PH like professor level, like you don't plagiarize at that level.
Yeah.
And for a while he taught students, so they've been taught a whole lot of rubbish there. Um, so to go through why, like, obviously the documentary one, how could he have been working on a documentary that ended before he was born?
Yeah.
That that's the big one. Water Aid. I didn't know this either until they don't send volunteers abroad.
Oh.
Also claimed to have survived two brain tumors and testicular cancer. There's no record of that.
Hmm.
The book he claims to have published was never officially published.
Oh dear.
I think all the charities he claimed to have raised the money for. Well, it turns out that that's partially true, but he was one of many people that did it.
Ah.
So, okay, they give him a half on that one. He also claims he held professorships at Glasgow, Ohio, Nelson Mandela University as well. All three of them, when asked, said, "No, who is this guy?" And obviously, he didn't run 300 miles in 3 days and 600 miles in 6 days.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you don't have to be a genius to figure out that one. So it got weirder. So when that came out, that a lot of the stuff he was saying about himself was completely untrue, some of it very obviously, he claimed that there was a racist threat sent to him via a pig's head, sent to his house. Of course, the police were not informed about this, so that was weird. And no butcher in the butcher shop in the immediate area could confirm the sale of a pig's head that ended up at the address.
For fuck's sake.
So he resigned, but I always read that. I read that as he can't. If he says anything else, It could even
Yeah.
be true, but no one would believe him anymore.
Yeah.
So it's made Cambridge University look a little bit lax.
A
Because
bit.
someone didn't do their checking for their professors, credentials, or if they did, they, I guess, thought nobody would notice.
Hmm.
So that was fun and equally stupid. The more personal one, I think I posted it in the autism thing. Um, when I post my odd thoughts. So I was checking out oh, not Virtual Paradise, Delta Worlds,
Hmm.
and there is a world which I haven't been able to access fully because it requires basically it's sort of like an MMO. It was an MMO that you could effectively play through, but a bit more point and clicky, because a bit primitive and all.
Oh
Uh, it was called Nosferatu RPG.
well.
So the problem, I sort of knew about this beforehand. So the guy running it was going through some financial troubles,
Hmm.
potentially losing the house, or so I hear.
Oh.
Because believe it or not, I on Delta World they still call it telegrams. So I am weirdly a person getting telegrams in this day and age, every now and again. But sadly, I went on there randomly just to have a look.
Uh huh.
And I got video footage because I couldn't,
Mm.
all the textures are gone.
Oh.
All the NPCs are gone. Well, okay, they are, but the outlines are all gone. All the colors, all the textures and shades and everything,
Mm.
all gone. Uh, only one gate is interactive.
Oh dear.
It's like it's the okay, it's a dead it's a dead world. As of like a few days ago.
Oh. Ah.
And I heard and I looked into the last message sent to it,
Hmm.
um, and it said until the issue with the money is resolved. I guess he's got to I guess his house is on the line. That's got something else to take a back
Yeah.
seat. But it was running for like 21 years.
Wow.
So that's I saw like a digital thing die in real time, which is very sad. Wasn't
Hmm.
very happy about that one. So what have you found this week?
So my critical fumble this week is, of course, they're back in the news again. Is Wizards of the Coast. So they have announced, of course, because it's around about this time of year, there's going to be a new mystery booster. It's Commander Mystery Booster, and of course, there's mechanically unique cards in it. And
Oh, good.
people are already worried that, much like Mystery Booster 2, it will not be seen outside of conventions. Therefore, the rest of the world won't be getting it.
I can't see that as a good marketing strategy. I'll be honest.
Yeah, especially since some of these cards will technically be legal. They are not silver bordered, so it's like, how the heck are we supposed to literally get a hold of these? Are you guys stupid or something?
They're going to charge through the nose for them as well, knowing
Yep.
Wizards of the Coast.
It's
Hmm.
like, oh, you weren't in Vegas or wherever Magic Con is being held
Yeah,
this year?
sorry.
Guess you're shit out of luck. You should have paid like 200 quid for the festival in a box. Yay.
Yeah.
Such things, and the problem is as well, is this set includes loads of cool deep cuts from Magic's history, like
Oh, so people
like
enjoyed that.
Chandler.
Right. Oh, okay. So people would have really enjoyed it if it was, it wasn't just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Uh, Considering as well that some of these cards are actually pretty good. Uh, for example, yeah, the aforementioned Jovan and Chandler card. It's like, yay, we're not getting that.
Hmm. So they've basically advertised a thing that only a slight few people would have been able
Yes.
to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's an interesting choice you've made.
So,
But
we've got things such as, where is it? Wait. Yeah, available in MagicCon or Festival in a box. Uh, Or are these the
Okay.
promos, maybe? Okay. Does it? Oh yeah. So MagicCon Atlanta, MagicCon Detroit, MagicCon Tokyo, MagicCon Las Vegas, MagicCon Amsterdam, and other major Magic events through 2027 as well. Yeah. Do you notice a problem? Most of those are in the States, and none of them are in the
Yeah.
fucking UK. So
Or anywhere else outside of the US.
yeah, yeah. And there's a new ability called Rule Breaker, which is like Companion all over again, in
That
which it
sounds like it
literally
can be
breaks the
fun.
rules of Commander in order to do its thing. For
Oh, people
example,
love
this
that.
guy says, Tolabao says, a deck with this commander can have instant and sorcery cards of one additional color not in its commander's color identity and any basic land cards.
Hmm.
Great. That's not going to break anything at all. And we also have
That's
something
been
really cool. We have a dinosaur berserker commander called Sagan, which
right.
is weird because he has start your engines as an ability. Which, huh?
What? It's like your engines.
Yeah, it was a mechanic. It was a mechanic from. It was a mechanic from Aether Drift, but it's weird to be on a non-Aether Drift card.
Yeah. Why is the dinosaur berserker getting that? That does.
I don't
Hmm.
know. But
That's
there was
very
there was
strange.
also a new Planeswalker commander, which is like this sort of like demon lord from like way back in Magic's history. So if you're a
Right.
Magic nerd and a Magic buff that I don't know can't afford to go to the States on holiday to a Magic Fest,
Sorry.
you're shit out of luck, I guess.
There's some scalp decides to like
Yeah, that's
really
gonna be the
jack up the
problem.
price.
I'm just gonna say if you can't, if they're not selling it, then proxying it isn't stealing.
I guess.
Fuck it, just proxy it.
You know, I think we might end up with the if they keep up with a Star Wars situation where you have the fans making their own cards that are with the artwork that's equally good in some cases.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be wild.
Oh, it's gonna be so spooky. And I
Hmm.
am kind of frightened just because yeah, there's some because that's only some of the announcements of some of the new stuff. I am very worried that more good stuff is gonna be it's gonna be the one good set of the year and no one can get a hold of it.
Oh, see,
Probably.
that could have made him a lot of money. But I guess not. That's cool. If
Yeah.
they don't want to, I guess that's fine.
Mm. I mean, if you don't want to make money, Wizards, that's on you, my dude. Yeesh. I
Not
don't
even the
have any
scalpers enjoyed that one.
other. Yeah, I don't have any other like critical fumbles. Oh, I do have a personal one. I have
Oh,
resolved it now.
okay.
I stubbed my toe on my display cabinet and knocked gunpla everywhere, so I had to fix all of that up. But I've now moved my
Hey,
display cabinet to a slightly more sensible position and stuck a newspaper under the wobbly bit. So hopefully that won't happen again.
fair
I
enough.
don't need my Zagox to go everywhere. Who knows what they would
That
get
is a
up
unique
to?
problem to have.
Yeah.
My Zagox went everywhere.
Another slightly weird critical fumble is actually Gundam Geoternal itself.
Yeah.
So there is a strange bug. This would probably annoy the likes of you and me, where there's something new little thing like sometimes you have an icon to say that there's new stuff in a thing or stuff that you need
Right.
to be give it to be attention of. For the shop, either it still remains even when there's nothing. Like it will disappear when you click on it, but if you go to a different screen and then come back, it will re-have the "there's something new in the shop" tag on it, even when there's
Right.
nothing new in the shop. It's like I get this is only a cosmetic issue, but it's annoying. Because it's like my
Interesting.
ADHD brain just goes, "Ooh, shiny thing." Nope, nothing new. But I was told there was something new.
Oh, the game's gaslighting you, I guess.
Yeah, the game is gaslighting me. I can't believe this. Absolute nonsense.
That is something I never thought I'd hit. But okay.
Yeah, so there's that. And in other news, I think it was like the 8th, so yesterday, somebody in the UK stole a car, didn't check to see if the kids were inside it, realized there was
Oh no.
children inside of the car, and then like
Oh.
sheepishly unstole the car. It's like
Unstole.
yeah, it's like
That's a great
returned
word,
it.
but
If
what?
just like went back to where they found it. Like I'm not. There's kids in the car. I'm not
I
trust.
mean, that is good. They chose to do that,
It's like professionals have standards.
but it's also. I mean, that's still going down as a kidnapping.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
Just
look.
because, just because you returned the children
It's
doesn't
like
mean they were like, well, you did bring them back.
it's like where? No, I don't want this to be a kidnapping. I didn't sign up for this. Who lives with their kids in the back of the car?
That's, that's okay with Grand Theft Auto, but I draw the line at kidnapping children. How far did he get before he realized
I,
that?
I would love to know that, but the story didn't give me any like specific details.
Oh, that's wild.
Oh man.
Don't you imagine he like had his like fingers crossed together, he's apologizing to the parents. It's like this has been surreal.
Yeah. I can imagine. Um, what else is there? Is there any other like stupid, weird critical fumble things happened today or this week? I'm sorry, MP throws eggs at Kosovo's acting prime minister.
Oh,
It's just, what? What? What kind of like weird stuff is Kosovo smoking to wind up being in a situation where an MP throws eggs at them? Is this like some sort of weird ritual or?
happened a lot in Kosovo.
Oh, apparently someone called a snap election. Someone didn't like that, so they threw eggs at
I
them.
know, I know, I'll convince him. I mean,
Oh man.
look, I love. Wait, so there's two ways this I think this could have gone down.
Uh huh.
Either he planned to do this and had the eggs ready,
Or he
or
just
even funnier,
happened
he
to have
always has
eggs.
the eggs with him in case this ever comes up.
He just has a supply of eggs that he replenishes.
You never know, got to toss an egg at someone.
Or even funnier than that, he just happened to be like having come back from like Kosovo's Tesco, whatever equivalent of like with his groceries, and was so indignantly pissed off at the point that this PM declared a snap election, that they looked at their groceries and the best thing they could find was eggs. Oh, oh, that's it, you. You these eggs, they're going right up your ass.
But
But that reverse Easter bunny.
that's cruel and weirdly unusual. That's just odd.
So yeah, that's very strange. Very very weird. Anyway, we'll move on to our homebrew of the week next.
Oh yes, it was a combination, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Just quite a lot of weird stuff. And I made like a draft of a Warhammer style game
nice.
for this one, based on the Eye of Argon because I thought that'd be really really funny.
Uh huh.
The more I write it, I actually want to make it a real thing
Hmm.
because it'll be a deep cut, but it would be very very funny.
Hmm.
And I don't think I will guarantee you there's nothing exactly like it on the market.
Hmm.
I think this is a niche only I can really fill since Jim's actually dead. So
Hmm.
I think I'm legally safe to do this.
I don't imagine that like the Jin like family foundation is gonna like come
Prize
after you for
family, yeah.
copyright.
Yeah. Yeah, but so I've got some core rules and I have some units. So all the stats are renamed to like the longest possible thing they could be
Okay.
because that is the style of the writing was it would describe everything.
Yep.
So I did that. That's a key one. Um, but the most important thing is I have there's two systems for swilveling and swilliving, which are different.
Yes.
They're different things. So if you swilvel, it's like an attack, but you're holding the attack. It's like a rock paper scissors. You
Okay.
both have to declare if you're attacking, swilveling, or swilliving. If you attack someone that's swilveling,
Uh-huh.
they hit you first. Like
Okay.
regardless of any of your stats, they just hit you first. They're swilveling, and that means spinning in a weird way, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, so if you swilliv, that's actually like conventional dodging. I imagine it's going the other way.
Uh-huh.
You can use your dexterity instead of your hardiness, because toughness is too short a word, to resist the attack. So that's the basic mechanics of hitting man.
Yeah.
And as for units themselves, I have let's see, I've got like some like pretty the standard baseline. So the factions are like the barbarian people that Grigna's from. Grigna had to be in there.
Yes.
Mostly because I want some poor miniature designer to get a descriptor of Grigna and go, how do I make this? And like, I guess the people from like Central Norregodia or whatever they called it, and they're mercenaries and they're sneering and they're evil and they're a little bit, they're a little bit average and not particularly willful unless they're paid.
Yeah.
Because remember, this is Eye of Argon, where everyone is slightly evil and sneering for some reason.
For some reason.
It's just a thing they do, and everything is like named in the most obtuse way. So normally you'd have like in D&D, you'd say, "Oh, they have a scimitar."
Yeah.
No, they have a wicked scimitar. I don't know how. Not sure if it's them or the scimitar that's wicked. Never be clear on that. So that they're kind of like average soldiers, but they're really good at hitting anything that run away. That's kind of like their thing. They're very evil mercenary types. Let's see, where's Grigna? Grigna's rules are fun because his entire description's great. So he has a few actions, and these are based from taken from like quotes from the story.
Yeah.
He has a. Oh, that's amazing. You know what? I've misspelled that, and I'm not going to correct it. I'm not correcting it. That's really funny. So piercing stare, which I guess corrected somehow to the thing you walk on. But I'm not correcting it. That's really funny. Which has like a. It has like a damage of like 2, which is usually like one of your stats. However, it's uncanny, which means it ignores like cover. Because multiple times the story, Grigna's described as staring at something.
Yeah.
But it implies he's got like weird laser eye vision, but he doesn't. It's very strange. But I guess now he fires stares from his eyes because I misspelled it, which we're so keeping. That's ridiculous. He doesn't have a sword. He has a scarlet streaked edge. Of course he does.
Yep.
Which could be a foot of steel, implying it's actually 1 foot long. But we're going to ignore that. And of course, where would he be without his shock of flaming red hair?
It has to be that.
Yep. He's always on fire. And that's like an extra attack he must use if he's able. He's just swishing his hair around, I guess, just constantly. But the faction trait for them, they have a couple, which is really, really weird. So they called it Battle Whale, actually spelled intently correctly.
Ah.
Because they're like accordions with an E, but I always heard that as accordion with an A.
Yeah.
when they move, they make like this horrible like accordion noise, and it unnerves people, I guess. So when you roll make a will roll. Oh, also auto-corrected wrong. Love that. That's staying in too. Um, you basically you basically use the lowest result you roll
Uh-huh.
because I guess accordions sound scary to non-accordions. I don't know. We're gonna go with it. And they can re-roll a single swivel or swiliv roll of one each turn. So they're quite good at maneuvering with their like squeeze box bodies
Yeah.
because that makes sense. That makes sense. Uh, Actually, the fun part is I came up with. So the idea is going to expand it into like so there's going to be like a basic both factions of a basic unit,
Uh-huh.
a slightly weirder unit, and two leaders.
Okay.
Sort of like for a start, like a starter box kind of
Uh-huh.
setup. I had have made up a new villain. This one's original. He's the son of the Prince Noble from the story. Um, I had to come up with the really dumb names. He's Borgamar the second. We never know who the first is. He's never brought up. Don't worry about it.
He goes to Borgar King.
Yes, he is the Borgar King.
He is the Borgar King.
Why not? Well, Eye of Argon. You could. It's quite. It's. I'm taking it seriously, but it's not serious at all.
Yeah.
It's like a comedy dog fantasy game. Because it's a niche of its own. Yes. So I imagine he has like a slightly fat. Because the noble was very fat in the story, like comedically, like the whole thing was fat. He was ridiculous sounding. He's not as fat. He's working up to it.
He's
He has,
working up to it.
yeah. I guess he's sort of like his dad, but not really. He's like the slightly not quite as good character for the box, I guess. He has a concealed throwing dagger he can use with 6-inch range. There's a ranged attack. But there's a really daft ability. He has a very fancy sword, which of course I wrote as a foot of steel. Again, open to interpretation if it's actually a foot or it's just a foot long. It could be either or. I mean, I'm not fussy. 'Cause it's funnier. It's all about how you perceive the story with Eye of Argon.
See, if you'd written it as footlong of steel, my brain would go a metal
Foot long of
sandwich.
steel. If I mistype
Metal
it, I'm gonna keep it.
sandwich. Metal sandwich.
It's a metal. Yeah, so he has a very fancy sword that's about a foot long, apparently. Um, and it has a really silly trait for like so maybe in most tabletop games, you would be like encouraged to use a thing because it's useful or good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the part of his character I made up for him is he's constantly surrounded by royal guards that are actually good at their job.
Ah.
But he has this really scary like jeweled sword,
Yeah.
and he always describes it as if it's like this really cool thing, but no one's ever lived to see him use it, which means either someone else kills people for him, or he's actually really good with it. Turns out he's actually never used it. He has so while he hasn't used his sword action,
Yeah.
he basically gets an additional like point to his will. And the way I did the numbers is if you have like a might of or which would be like strength of 2, every time you roll with that you roll 2 dice.
Nice.
Highest result wins. So that's how I did all the apart from stamina, which is actions or attacks or whatever.
Yeah.
It's all like that's the number of dice you would roll.
Ah.
So stupidly, his entire ability works by he's more like powerful if he doesn't use his very scary sword. Because that's A in character and something I think the Argon would do
Yeah.
if Jim was to carry on writing. Also, he has another ability which doesn't actually help him at all, called Tyrant in Training.
Uh-huh.
So when he's within 6 inches of his dad, who's also a unit, and I want that guy to have a miniature so badly because his prediction is like described as comically fat with drooping double chin,
Yeah.
shaggy eyebrows,
Ooh.
he has an advisor sitting in back of him, in his back. Like, I guess it's how I don't know how else you'd interpret that.
I love
So
the
he's a
idea that
real
he's just got like this like one of like baby carriers, but it's like backwards, and his advisor's just
yeah.
sat in there, and his advisor's really small as well because he'd have to be in order to be able to to sit in back of him.
Sit in back of him. Yeah. He's a real mutant man. I want that guy to have a
Either
miniature. But
that,
what is
or this
yeah.
guy is just a car. He's just a car, and you can sit in the
That's,
back of him.
both are good, honestly. Because again, I just want to see a miniature designer just take this concept and try and make any lick of sense out of it.
Yeah.
So when he was within 6 inches of his dad, he actually so he can only use the lowest result when making will rolls.
Oh.
He just doesn't like his dad, I guess.
Yeah.
So he was actually kind of a terrible unit on purpose. But again, Jim Thias had like favoritism on the brain when he wrote his characters. I think that kind of fits like a glove.
Yeah.
Although it does act sort of like a banner to like other like mercenaries, I guess. But it's like he's kind of like a joke unit that is kind of worse off for using what he's got. But again, it fits the Eye of Argon very well. And there's also the Hillmen, who are like the basic unit for the Grigna people.
Yeah.
They're accordions. They come in units of 8. The mercenaries come in units of 10. So they're a little better. They are really good at. They're like the run forward and hit stuff faction. That's kind of what they do. They're not exactly complex. Now, they could have just given them an axe, but this is the Eye of Argon, so they have a bloody axe. I don't know why it's already bloody, but it's already bloody before the battle started, I guess. They get the same thing as Grigna, but they don't have his commander or his flaming beard. I guess Grigna's just got a rare gene or something.
Yeah.
But they are just run forward and whack stuff. This game is not going to be balanced particularly well, I don't think. I'm keeping it as authentic to the source material as possible.
Yeah.
So that's what I've got for now. I'm going to focus. The next thing I'm going to do is the slightly better unit for the Grigna people, which I think will be some sort of very strangely proportioned cavalry unit.
Uh-huh.
Like on the most stupidly big mounts I can possibly think of. And because there's a bit in the early part of the story where
long-necked horses, not giraffes, long-necked horses.
that's quite good. No, there's a part of one of the first few bits of the story where these mercenaries randomly attack Grigna. Describe they're on heaving mounts. They never specified if they're horses or not. And I've always interpreted that as whatever they're riding is slightly fat. They're riding fat mounts, whatever they are. Quite like that. So then, of course, there's the Prince Noble, who I think got a name, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
His rules. My concept for him at the moment is his little back advisor is going to be a ranged attack he can use. Okay. So he can sort of like deploy his little back advisor as a ranged attack, and then he appears as a unit that operates on his own.
Just yeets them at the enemy.
Yep. And imagine the prince will have like no movement because he's like comically fat. I guess.
Yeah.
So this started off as a joke, and now I actually want to make it as a real thing because it's so stupid. And I don't think there'll be much of a legal issue with trying to interpret the Eye of Argon of all things.
I can't imagine it being an issue.
On.
Nice. So I've done 2 things this week.
Very nice.
2 separate concepts. So first we have something kind of serious. So this is a combination of cursed item and mech. The idea of translating a curse into like mech kind of lancer system. So it isn't exactly curse, but it definitely has a curse like downside. So this is the Naga, which is a
Right.
Horus striker controller. It's they're only size 3 because I don't actually have size 3 units, which is weird. Essentially, this thing is absolutely blooming massive, and yet despite that, can hide in like toxic muck. The idea being that these guys they have the regeneration, which a lot of horror stuff has for some reason. But they have something called Toxic Skin, so they automatically heal 2 burn at the end of each of their turns because they're kind of covered in this like I get like a deep like gel that doesn't burn very easily. But their whole thing is they can only spend 7 rounds outside of natural toxic fluid found on some swamp planets. If it doesn't return to immerse in said fluid within that time, its speed becomes 1 and it can't use any core system or onboard weapons.
Right.
Of which it has a onboard core called Toxoplasmosis. 3 times a scene, it secretes a buoyant shielding fluid that has 10 hit points. You take half damage from melee weapons while the shield is active. Adjacent enemies that hit you take 1d4 burn after the attack from the acid. And as a venom gatling, so it shoots. It does 8d3 minus 8 burn. The idea being that some of the chambers might not necessarily fire properly,
Oh, right.
or that some of the bullets might miss because it is a Gatling gun.
So it's
And
probably inaccurate if it's his Lancer?
No, I didn't put inaccurate specifically because inaccurate
Okay.
means that it's just hard to hit with it in general. Whereas with the Gatling, some hits could actually hit, but not all of them necessarily.
Okay.
So yeah, I just like the idea of this like massive machine that hides in like really deep swamp fluid, like some sort of like massive frog monster or whatever, or snake thing as it's called, the Naga. Some like really, I haven't really thought like a shape of it, but I like the idea of it being half between like a snake and an arachnid kind of shape.
Oh, what? I can kind of see it.
So like a very large sort of head section, so it can like periscope out of, you know, almost like toxic oceans of some planets or whatever.
Okay.
And it's just the idea of something that needs to be in fluid for it to actually, or can't spend that long out of said fluid in order to actually fight.
All right. Okay.
Kind of a curse. Powerful unit, but has a massive downside, which I think would make quite an interesting boss.
Right.
So it's like you might be on like, I don't know, some sort of platform or whatever, or like there's a large subterranean body of toxic plasma underneath you with like several openings that it could come out from, partially or in whole, to fight you.
Okay.
So it's like, where's this fucker gonna come from next?
Sounds like one of the War Machine factions.
Oh.
The Bone Jacks.
Yeah, I just
They
thought
all
it was
have,
something interesting
acid weapons.
of how to balance something that uses like really heavy acid damage. It's like, oh, make it underwatery boy, and you know that can be equivalent to a curse. Because imagine like having to like live in toxic waste all your life. Of course, this being a mech. Although Horus is weird because they're like mechs are like biomechanical sort of.
They're the weird alien-looking ones. So
Yeah.
they're not regular.
Yeah. The other thing I did was a series of 4 uselessly useful charms, which is a combination of funny little trinkets that I tend to do a lot and stupid items.
Right.
So we've got the lava charm, which is a neck. So all these are necklaces. The holder of this item takes 1d4 fire damage at the top of each round, but has fire resistance from all other sources. It's like a magic hot potato. So you could use this as a bad charm of fire damage. You know, if you wanted to cross some lava or something, or you know, like big fire pit or whatever, or you're fighting something where the fire damage you would take from this is way less than the fire damage you'd be taking from other sources. Or you could just stick it in some fucker's pocket and watch them burn to death.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like the downside could also be used as a benefit because none of these require attunement. So we have the
Okay,
ocean charm next,
Right.
which is the holder of this item cannot breathe any substance and will take damage from drowning at the top of each round as if underwater. However, this effect is ignored for 10 rounds while underwater, but not the feeling of drowning itself. So you can still feel like you're drowning without any of the negative effects.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it's a failed attempt at a necklace of water breathing. The ocean charms and oddity technically does the intended job without actually feeling like it works.
Oh, it's like a placebo talisman.
Kind of, but it's like, oh, yeah, but it actually does protect you from drowning underwater, but only kind of. Because, like, you still feel like you're drowning, even though you're not. And
So
you can also drown in air
would
as
your
well.
character have to actually behave as if they're drowning, though they're not?
Yep. It
Oh,
provides some
but-
funny RP moments. Especially
then
if
they
they're
actually start
above
drowning.
water. Yeah. Or they could just, have it when not in water and start drowning in air.
Okay.
The next one is the natural charm. This is one
Yep.
I like quite a bit. The holder of this item can sort of speak to animals. There's a catch. Only
Right.
insults are translated both ways. And for each insult heard by an animal, the holder takes 1 psychic damage.
Right.
So it's like if you absolutely desperately need to speak with animals or need to understand what an animal is saying, you could wear this and try and pass what they're saying from the insults they're throwing at you. Maybe.
That's okay.
You can also use it, of course, to insult animals, which is quite funny. If you want to do that. Or just slip it on somebody and get a whole bunch of animals to insult them to death.
It's one way to go.
Yeah. The last one, which is almost slightly Eye of Argon inspired, called the Psychic Charm. Spelt wrong, spelt S-Y-K-I-K. Psychic.
Oh, great.
The holder of this charm can hear their own thoughts. And so can everyone else. Loudly.
Oh, right. I was
these-
waiting for that.
Yeah, these loud thoughts inflict 1 psychic damage to all entities, friend or foe, in a radius of 15 feet at the top of each round. So you could just stand near the big bad evil guy and just give them immediate psychic damage.
With irrelevant thoughts.
Yeah. Some apprentices attempt to make a necklace of mind reading. He's dead now. Not because of the necklace directly, but because his loud, obnoxious, and rude thoughts made everyone hate him to the point of forming an angry mob. Just love the idea. Love the idea that none of these does like massive amounts of damage at higher levels, but just the little bits. And like, if you were to do this in a non-combat situation, you could technically kill someone outside of a combat encounter by just reverse pickpocketing a noble.
You could kill someone by thinking about lunch.
Yeah. It's the stupid. I just want to do some like really stupid stuff that kind of works, that kind of is useful, but also kind of not. They're also not cursed items technically because you could just let go of them and they won't have an effect on you anymore.
Their effect is nothing unless you take them.
Yeah. They don't do anything unless you actively try to use them. You could stop at any point. But yeah, that's my homebrew of the week. Do we have the wheel?
We have the wheel. The Eye of Argon, Yokai, this one will be funny, failed TTRPGs,
Ooh.
Legacy of Kain, D-tier villain, and medieval animal art. That would also be really good to get.
Oh man,
With my heaving mounts.
sideways horse.
Oh, no, but we do have D-tier villain. So
Yay!
that's... And that doesn't have to be comics, that can be anything. Just as long as
Yeah.
because of them, like, very irrelevant.
I love
Uh,
D tier villains. I feel like some of them are like
oh, I love
more
D-tier villains.
interesting than A tier villains, honestly.
Yeah, it's like the Condiment King.
Ah, Calendar Man.
The hell, he has his entire thing is telling people when he's committing a crime.
Yeah,
How is how does he get away with anything? That point is actually kind of impressive. Now
yeah.
I'll have to go. I have to go through my book of like terrible supervillains, which I've got and pick a really just odd one.
Oh, I think what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna use it to write down more like the D tier like Gundam villains as a pilot. Something like one of the
Well,
like
that's funny.
one of the guys that like just punts as a Zaku in the early part of Gundam, only to die like very quickly.
One of the really egotistical, crazy
Oh
ones.
no, no! You
I
know what
love
it
those.
is? You know what it is? The guy from episode 1 who's like, "Now I could take this thing," and immediately gets absolutely fucking annihilated by the Gundam. It's just like,
Okay.
bro, what? The villain of the first episode is like, "Yeah, I could do this. This Gundam ain't shit." Oh fuck! Dies.
That's fun. It's a fun idea.
Or I guess I could do something like, technically he's the main villain of it, but he kind of feels D tier villainy. The villain from F91, Gundam F91, he's fairly forgettable because he's like,
I I don't know who that guy is. That's
I
probably a
will
good
try. Hang on,
sign.
Gundam F91 villain. Like
That's not
F91
a
is
good
good
sign.
for like its mech designs, and that's it. His name is Caruso Rona. Iron
Ooh,
Mask.
good name.
But he's like, it's like, you know, like when something's a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Iron Mask?
Yeah, yeah,
Iron
yeah.
Mask.
So his whole thing is that this whole thing, is that he kind of acts like Full Frontal, but with none of, like, even less of the charm that Full Frontal had. He is like a
He,
bootleg Full Frontal.
but he does have an Iron Mask.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah, I
despite
gotta
this
give him
being
that.
in like future century a point at this point, we also have another not Char that I could do.
Oh, so and it's not this guy.
Yeah, we have Zabine
Oh,
Charu, who is not that guy. This is Universal
okay.
Century 123, so it couldn't possibly be Char, because he'd be like too old at this point to look this young.
Okay. Wait,
However,
what do you mean? What do you mean in build fighters? What do you mean?
oh yeah, so yeah, this guy and many
Oh, right.
others appears in
This is
build
not
fighters.
actually in it. Thought what?
Yeah, it's very weird that this guy is like the quote unquote main villain who pilots the Rafflesia. Don't ask. He pilots a flower. Um, but like he's not even that interesting of a villain. He is very
It's a
D
cool
tier in the
mask.
by Gundam standards.
He was hoping the mask would be like enough.
Yeah. Also, he's
I guess
like
not.
he exudes divorced dad energy. Because
No, I
his
can see
wife
it.
literally just fucks off with her daughter, their daughter, because
Oh,
of how just dumb and weird, like dumb evil he is. You just,
like, honey, take the mask off. It's not that cool.
yeah, but he's like, oh, I did something awful in my past that I'm atoning for, and that's why I wear this mask. Okay.
How would that? How does that help you?
Oh, here's a literal scene. Here's a literal snippet from the show.
Oh, like this can now. Okay, that is a child lookalike. Jesus Christ. Ooh, let's have a look. Oh my God, it's giving me like that weird, like, you know about mask talk.
Yeah,
giving that kind of energy, but without like
Yeah.
the menace of any kind.
This guy looks like he unironically watches Andrew Tate.
It's when he really wanted to like get into cosplaying a space marine,
Yeah.
but can only afford the helmet.
Yeah.
That's There's just something not finished about that guy.
Yeah. It's like, okay, what? It's like, sir, we have two ideas for masks. We have the classic Darth Vader style, or like the Egyptian pharaoh.
What
Both.
one with the goatee?
Both. Why? Why both? Both. I want the goatee of like the pharaoh thing, but like a kind of a general Darth Vader aesthetic. Oh, but
Well,
also a little bit of Greco-Roman in there.
Well,
Oh.
those all those three things are cool. So if I combine them all,
Yeah.
that could possibly be uncool.
I don't know what these three vents are in the top either. Like, what are those doing?
Let's have a look.
Also, it looks like he has headphones.
Okay, that bit I do understand.
What tunes is this man? This man is definitely has shit music taste.
Yeah, what are those three holes for? It's like speed holes.
Yeah.
He looks like he's wearing a Gundam mask. He just hasn't painted it yet.
Yeah.
He's such okay. He is quite D tier.
Yeah. Okay. So you saw the bit in Gundam Build Fighters, right? So that's what he looks like without his mask on. He just looks like a guy. Like, this man looks so uninteresting without his mask on. Like, dude, like, I mean, you look a bit mustache twirling villain, but like, other than that, you have nothing to be ashamed of with that face, sir.
Oh my god, what are these names?
Yeah, F91 is a bit weird in that regard.
Crossbone gun. What do you mean crossbone? Oh,
Yep, that's the whole Crossbone Gundam stuff.
I
It's a bit strange.
I don't. That's silly.
I love like the Crossbone Gundam like designs though, but they do a bit silly sometimes.
It's like if they made Gundam XYZ and decided we need to make them look like the letters exactly, or it doesn't count.
Yeah, the Rafflesia was also very weird.
The Rafflesia? That's
Yeah.
the name.
So it's a
That's
mobile
certainly a name.
armor that fires out like bits and bugs.
Bug.
Yeah, bugs as in like
Oh,
so.
no, I get it. They were like, what? Right, we need a new motif for this Gundam series. What, flowers?
Yeah.
Make everything flower related.
Except this is the only thing that's flower related. The rest is like
Oh,
I want to say like gas mask German stuff. Let me have a look at what's it Crossbones mobile suits. Let me have a look and see what I can find. Oh yeah. Yeah. Look at this. Like this is the not Zaku of the series.
let's have a look.
Like they've got like
Uh,
World War One gas masks.
oh, they do. I actually don't mind that.
Yeah, it is
That's
actually
alright.
kind of cool, but it also is like, huh?
Okay, that's a lot of vents and weird places.
Yeah, that
That's
happens a lot.
Also a crotch vent. Does it need a crotch vent?
Crotch event. I mean, some mobile suits do have crotch vents. Like the Tallgeese has a crotch vent.
Does it also have like kneecap vents and toe vents?
Hmm.
That is a little. Do you think they just thought there'd be speed holes?
Yeah. The F91 is a pretty cool Gundam design, though. It's not like the most inventive Gundam design ever, but it's a cool Gundam from the series. So
Having seen the other,
Yeah.
seen the other Gundams in this,
Other
I'm
than-
okay with that.
other than the main antagonist, who is kind of a B antagonist in his own story, Yeah, everything else about F91 is kind of cool, including the theme song is a banger, by the way. If you go and listen to the theme song of that, it's like, because it's again one of those like we're on neither side thing, so we're gonna fight both sides kind of thing. Like
I hope it's
Iron
like.
Mask gets sidelined from his own story as well.
I hope it starts with someone with a regional accent saying the name of the show first, though. Well, otherwise, I'm just not interested.
Gundam F91.
There we are.
Hi.
That'll do. Now we can start the jazz. Okay, that is actually a decent Gundam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's not doing too much inventive, but it's being a bit more rounded than the previous Gundams. And yeah, it's like it's standard Gundam shape with the cool decal on it. You know, does everything right. It's not too over designed. It's just a guy.
Suppose they saved the weird stuff for the villains. So we're like, right, we're all out of weird. Sorry.
Yeah, we're all out of weird.
It's like a water cooler full of liquid weird, and they just sort of ran out with all the villain stuff.
Yeah, so I might do that guy as a kind of I will get around to doing F91 eventually, but that's quite far in the timeline. But even so, I feel like of all the villains that I've seen throughout Gundam so far, he is like the most D tier I've ever seen, despite the fact he's supposed to be the main antagonist.
And his name is literally the thing he wears.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
So, closing thoughts, I guess.
FN91 sounds kind of dumb, but not really.
Mm.
But no, that's that. Uh, yeah, actually, closing thoughts. Uh, the wheel. There's nothing left on the wheel now that I don't really want to do.
Oh,
So we're hitting all the interesting stuff now,
nice.
and we're out of the old stuff. So we just got the really weird specific stuff now, which is gonna be a lot more fun going forward. Um, yeah, I think that's it for me.
Yeah, and that's it for me. I don't have any like massive closing thoughts to do. Except I guess, so I recently tried something called company called Meiji, which I think is probably from Japan. Have you ever had a Choco Room before?
No.
So they're kind of like Pocky, but not. So they have like they're little mushroom shaped things, the little like chocolate or strawberry like gem type thing with a little breadstick in it. And honestly, I think they're better than Pocky. And I like Pocky because you actually get a better hit of chocolate to your breadstick ratio, which is always something I've had a problem with Pocky.
Okay.
And they are super nice. And they're apparently not that expensive either. Apparently all over TikTok for ages. My sister sent me some, and my mum sent me some more. And they're just good. I don't know where to get them from, but they're just good, and they're kind of cute. Yeah, look, they're Choco Rooms. So I've had the chocolate one. I've got the strawberry flavor here, which I'll try later. And I've always loved the artificial, like, Japanese strawberry flavor, so I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, I didn't know they.
Yeah,
Artificial strawberry
Japanese artificial strawberry is like really weirdly nice in an indescribable way. But yeah, Choco Rooms. Choco Rooms. If you are dissatisfied with the amount of chocolate in your pocky, have a Choco Room instead.
It sounds like some weird like cereal from the 90s.
Yeah.
It's just a bit of Viking guy on the horned helmet in the front of the box.
But yeah, they're like little
Probably,
mushroom shaped things.
it's got a toy inside. That's a fun question, actually. When was the last time you remember those being a thing?
Oh man, they still do them in the States.
I
Or...
don't think they do that anymore.
Oh man.
I haven't seen because they used to advertise that as like a thing.
Yeah. I think the last time I saw anything like that was one of Vinny's commercial castings of the fucking Flintstone cereal.
gave me the pack of cigarettes. No.
Gotta get them addicted to cigarettes, Fred.
Dear.
Burn! We gotta sell cigarettes to children, Burn. Gotta sell cigarettes to children. Man, what an absolute moment. Anyway, I think it's about time to raid out.
We're raiding.
I think it's gonna be. What the fuck is Robo doing? Why has it got a fucking Excel spreadsheet on here? The Gothic spin-off.
Nothing. That's a solid game.
Arcania Gothic 4.
Oh right, yeah. Oh, that one. No, he finished playing the game he was on earlier. It ended really abruptly, so he literally played something else.
So the Riyadh message is below. And we will see you guys next time for more.
See you next time, everyone.
For more action and some D-tier villains, possibly plural. Who knows? So let us regale you with the outro, intro, blah de blah, and we'll see you guys next time at 8 p.m. London time, Greenwich time. On Sunday, with your host Kenny Jackson and Byzantian Brewscast. See you soon. I'm gonna get some drink because my throat is starting to get sore, and you can't see it, but the Zagok is waving goodbye because it can do that. It's one of the few.
If you had stop motion, you can actually do that.
Yeah.
Little wave.
I think it's one of few like model kits that can probably do that because of its wobbly arms. See you guys soon. And remember, stay goosed.